Unfortunately, a game has to be 8th on this list, and it's Super Mario Sunshine. That's not to say it isn't a fun experience, because it is, but the flood mechanics aren't the most fun way to play a Mario game, and the game does have numerous bugs and glitches. Still, the game does have picturesque scenery with a beautiful sunset over the beach, and the tropical resort town does give a nice relaxing vibe. At least the developers tried something different instead of making Mario Sunshine be another sandbox collectathon in more grassy desert and snowy environments. Using the flood mechanics for hovering and for combat made things feel fresh. At number 7, I have Bowser's Fury, which is included with the Super Mario 3D World package for the Switch. Bowser's Fury feels a bit like a tech demo because it's a bit rough around the edges and short, around 4 hours in length. Nonetheless, it was so much fun. It felt like a return to the Super Mario 64 formula, with big environments to explore that also give a sense of scale. The focus is on platforming rather than wacky stuff and exploration, with a twist when Bowser transforms into a giant Godzilla-like form and makes fire rain from the sky. You can make Mario become massive and battle Bowser if you find enough cat shines, although when Bowser is in Fury mode, it will open up new areas and create new platforms. There's power-ups including the cat suit for scaling walls, fire flower, Tanuki suit, etc. I'll show footage of when Bowser is in Fury mode. At number 6, I have Super Mario 64 DS. Super Mario 64 was revolutionary for 3D platforming. The DS version is a remake because it has extra characters whom have unique attributes and the visuals have been improved. In fact, you begin the game with Yoshi. Otherwise, it plays similarly to Super Mario 64 on the Nintendo 64. Lots of sandbox style exploration and searching for or doing various tasks to earn enough stars. Super Mario 64 felt great as a pure platformer, where it was the jumping side of things that tested you, and the platforms felt big and gave a sense of scale. Unfortunately, the controls for Super Mario 64 on the Nintendo 64 haven't aged well, and the controls for the DS remake are even worse. Still, the level design, sense of scale, and charming Nintendo-esque art style hold up for this game. At number 5, I have Super Mario 3D Land. This game was a pleasant experience for the 3DS. It focused more on speed while still keeping 3D gameplay. The environments are a bit small, but there's still a fair bit of exploration and looking for the star medals, which a minimum are required to progress through the game. The levels still have a traditional flagpole from the 2D Mario games, which you need to touch to complete a level and to keep progressing through the story, which is actually a good idea to make you keep navigating through the level rather than finding something and just exiting out. The game is colourful and matches the Mario theme very well. The game is also very accessible, as the Tanuki suit often pops up And after dying 5 times, the golden Tanuki suit appears, which will make Mario invincible to enemies. It's optional, of course, but it's good for younger gamers or if you just want to play and relax. And overall, the level designs are very fun and the use of speed made this game feel fresh. At number 4, I have Super Mario Galaxy. This game was very memorable. Wackiness and craziness as Mario is in space and he can run around many planets, drill through to the other side of those planets, fly around in a bee suit and participate in races, and gravity is used in ways to make the levels feel unpredictable and entertaining. The platforming required to beat the story is very easy. I only died a few times beating the story, but getting some of the optional stars is very challenging. And after beating the game, it's still fun to try to go and collect some of the stars that are very hard to get. Like I said, the platforming and the overall gameplay is so fun and it's so brightly colourful and the environments look beautiful. At number 3, I have Super Mario 3D World. It takes what made Super Mario 3D Land great and makes it even better with bigger and better world designs that are more colourful and better variety, such as tropical and African style savannas. Once again, the focus is on speed with some exploration, although this time would have been nice if they removed the time limit and let you explore at your pleasure. Anyways, it has great new power-ups, such as the cat suit for scaling walls, and the fruit that lets your character, yes, you can select other characters, multiply into numerous characters, which is used for puzzles, and the level designs utilize the power-ups very well. There's fun racing segments, same goes for the climbing, and the level designs are just so fun and flow while being 3D, and yes, it has multiplayer. At number 2, I have Super Mario Odyssey. Easily one of the best platformer games ever made. Creative and wacky gameplay elements such as taking over the body form of a T-Rex, Bullet Bill, tanks, fish and other enemies. Doing this adds extra gameplay elements such as third-person shooter using a tank, stampeding as a T-Rex, flying as a Bullet Bill, and being able to breathe underwater and swim faster as a fish. Some of the environments are huge, such as New Donk City, which is influenced from New York City, Lake Kingdom, which allows much exploration around the lake and in the water, the Wooded Kingdom, which is a giant forest, and the huge Mexican-themed desert. And I like the themes of the levels, such as New York, a food world, alien jungle, forest, seaside, etc. After you beat the story, there's so much to do. There's hundreds of moons that will still be left for you to collect and so much to explore. And the mini games are so fun. I've played through this game numerous times, so has my son, because it just has such a high amount of playability. I'll show you some footage of the Seaside Kingdom because 3D Mario games often have tropical or seaside environments for you to relax in. For number 1, I have no other than Super Mario Galaxy 2. My favourite platformer game of all time, wackiness and creative platforming ideas. It takes the great ideas of the first Mario Galaxy game and adds Yoshi, plus level designs that specifically use Yoshi's abilities. The level designs are better than the first Mario Galaxy game and a little bit more challenging while still being on the easy side. The levels once again have a beautiful art style, and the tropical environments in Super Mario Galaxy 2 are some of the most beautiful I've seen in a video game. Something about the level designs and the way they look make this my favourite platformer ever. Plus the way the music sounds and the wacky gameplay mechanics all gel together. Some of the mini games. The game just comes together perfectly for me. Mario Odyssey might be better objectively, but I found Mario Galaxy 2 the most fun to play. Just like with the first Mario Galaxy game, even though this game is on the easy side to beat the story, if you want to collect all the stars, some of the stars are very challenging to earn, extremely difficult. And this is a game you want to keep playing even after you beat the story. Some other people just like me, after they beat the story, they return to the tropical environments in this game because they're so beautiful and are so relaxing to visit once again. So that's why I'm showing the tropical environments for this footage, but it has lots of other environments just like the first Mario Galaxy game. And I'll finally say that I like Mario games when you can use Yoshi. When Mario and Yoshi are paired up together, I just like it more. That wraps up my ranking list for 3D Mario games. Take care.